Hocus Pocus theme craft in 3, 2, 1. Hey, and welcome back. It's Ashleigh here, and if you are new, hey girl, hey, make sure you click on that subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll always be up to date with my latest tutorials. Okay, so today in this video, this craft to me is like the cutest thing ever, okay? And I was on Pinterest and I saw all these cute little things for Hocus Pocus, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to try this because it's super cute. So here's a clip because it's my favorite.
Well, Nancy, we desire children.
Does that not make you want to just sit on your couch, have your fireplace going with a latte and some popcorn, because by the way, those two combinations together are really good, and watch that movie? If it doesn't, I don't know what to tell you. But if it does, let me know down in the comments. Without further ado, let's get started with this project. Materials you're gonna need for this project are 1 pine wood fence picket, paint, and wood glue. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to measure where I need to cut my wood. Now I will have my measurements down below, but you can cut this any way you want. You can cut them all straight. You can have them staggered. There's just several different ways that you can do this. After I figured out my cuts, I'm just going to take it to the miter saw and cut them. Now, if you do not have a miter saw, you can always go to your Home Depot or Lowe's and they will be happy to cut it for you once you purchase the wood. So now I'm just going to clamp my wood together, and then I'm going to take a scrap piece of wood and take my wood glue, and I'm going to nail it down to the back. Now, if you don't have your nails, you can just use E6000 and wood glue and glue the wood to the back. And now here comes the fun part where we get to draw the Sanderson Sisters onto the wood. Now, as you can see, I kind of sketched it out already on the left-hand side there, and now I'm just transferring it onto the wood. What I would recommend is that you use a pencil and not a pen, because if you use a pen and you mess up and you try to paint over it, it will take like 50 million coats of paint for you to actually cover the pen marks up. So definitely use a pencil when you're doing this and not a pen. Okay, so after you finish drawing, now it is time to paint. So with the paint, I mixed my paints. I mixed black to make the colors a little darker, to give it that fall tone. I mixed the colors together, so you can just have fun with it. You can use the paint as is, or you can mix them together, get creative, however you want to do it, and just have fun. So to differentiate, oh my gosh, I butchered that word, oh my gosh. So to differentiate Mary's hair and to add a little bit more dimension, I am going to be adding white and gray. So I forgot to buy a flesh tone color paint. So what I did to make this flesh tone is I mixed the Savannah paint from Folk Art and white paint together, and I just continuously blended both of those together until I got the perfect mix, and this is the color that I got. so now we're gonna start to work on Winifred's hair, and I mixed a couple of colors together to get the orange to my liking. Now, I'm just going to fill in this area, and then I'm gonna add a little curly cues to the outside, and I'm just basically gonna be making little C shapes and then kind of swirling the brush around, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. And I'm also gonna be adding red in the middle to kind of add some more dimension as well, like I did for Mary's hair, and just have fun with it until you get it to your liking. I'm also gonna add some curls to the front of her hair as well, and it'll just create that textured look and layered look to her hair. So now I'm going to start working on Sarah's hair, and basically what I did with yellow was I had to mix a couple of things together to tone the yellow down because it was a little too yellow. And again, you're going to see why you want to use a pencil instead of a pen, because you're still going to be able to see those pen marks. But if I would have did like several coats, I would have been able to cover that, but I didn't, so it's all up to you. So the next step is filling in the lips and adding the moles to Sarah and Mary. So this step is optional. I just got another piece of wood and I cut it down to the size that I needed, and now I'm spray painting it with chalk paint to add this to the front of our sign. Now I'm just going to add the wood glue, clamp them down on the sides, and let this dry. After everything has dried, you can then write on this front part. You can write whatever saying from the movie you want, and I'm just going to be writing "We Desire Children." And the last little step that I'm doing is, you guys know I have to add my twine, so I'm going to be adding twine to the bottom and adding twine to the top. Before I close out this DIY, I have to show you guys these awesome lights that were sent to me by this company on Amazon. And literally, I've had these lights for about 2 or 3 months, and I've just been waiting on the perfect DIY to show you guys these lights. And what better DIY than a Halloween DIY? So my favorite thing about these lights is that they are USB operated, so you can plug them up to any USB port and plug it in, and you're good to go. They come with a remote control, and there are 13 different colors that you can choose from, and they have different settings, so you can do flash, strobe, and fade. They also have a dimmer on them, so you can make them as bright as you want them or as light. So these lights can be turned on and off up to 8 meters, and they do have a timer. So if you want to set a timer, you can set it for 6 hours or 18 hours, which is pretty cool. And also, they are waterproof lights. So the lights, of course, not the remote or the receiver. So you know I had to make sure that I got you a coupon code. So I did, and I will have that down below, as well as the link to these lights. And you'll be getting 20% off. So if you want to purchase these lights, make sure you go and purchase them. They are also Prime lights. So if you're a Prime member, you will get 2-day free shipping. Whoop whoop. And you'll have them in time for Halloween, Christmas, or just any decorations that you want to use in your house. Alright, so that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure, as always, that you give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!